I did curbside pickup to buy some more tents. Um, and so when the person came to my car to be like, "Is this your order?" You can just go like that and then drop
Yeah.
it back down.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
it stays and you don't get it dirty on a table or whatever.
Yeah. Or in like your purse or whatever.
Yeah, or in your purse. Yeah,
That's so cool. All right.
it is
Well,
cool. I like it.
let's go ahead and get started. So
Okay.
we are live on Facebook, and thank you everybody for joining us today. I am here with Katie Mabry Van Dieren, and she
Hi.
is one of the co-founders, correct?
I am, yes, the owner and curator of the Strawberry Swing.
Yay! Which is happening again this weekend. The holiday market is at Union Station. So first, Katie, can you give us a little bit of information on your creative / professional background?
Yes, and you might hear my chihuahua bark. He's being terrorized by my kitten right now.
No worries.
And my children may come in at some point too. So that's my hashtag COVID grace.
Love
If you hear all that, that's what it is. So I have a background in print journalism from K-State University, and I always wanted to be a photojournalist. And then I also wanted to be a lawyer. And so I was a paralegal for a really long time, but I'm really creative. And I started making stuff, and I started making stuff around when I had my first kid in 2011. I mean, I always made stuff like my whole life, but I really started making product for I was making baby onesies and bibs and jewelry when I had my first kid and was on maternity leave. And that's right when Etsy kind of started. And I was putting stuff on Etsy and selling it. And my sister told me about the Strawberry Swing Indie Craft Fair. I did not start it. My friend Heather Baker did, and she started it in 2011. We were an Etsy group, of local Kansas City sellers. She made like an Etsy group for us, and then we decided to pop up in person. And the first Strawberry Swing was in 2011, 10 years ago. I was a vendor, and there were 25 of us, and we were at the Alexander Majors barn at 83rd and State Line Road, where I've continued to have a swing every year. And shortly after, Heather moved to Estes Park, Colorado with her whole family. And so she asked me to take it over. And so I said, okay, well, I'm going to try and make your dream come true and make it really big. So I've tried to do that. And I think that we've gotten pretty big now. So we were recently in BuzzFeed as one of the top indie craft fairs in the world. And
Wow.
last year at Union Station's Holiday Market, which was our 9th annual, we think that we had 20,000 people come. We're normally free. So that's like us clicking and, seeing how many people parked at Union Station. But this year we have really had to change that up since, that little COVID guy.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. 10 years. That's great.
I know. And that's the worst part about this is that so many big plans for this 10th. It's so fun to say like the 10th annual or this is,
Yeah.
but a lot of that has been quashed. So maybe next year I'll just pretend it's the 10th,
Yeah.
the second 10th, the second, wait, how would you say that?
10 plus 1.
Yeah, the second 10th annual.
Love it.
But yes, we haven't been able to do what we really had in store, but it's okay. Well,
Yeah.
we have pivoted to make sure we can still do it. So I'm thankful for that.
Cool. So the holiday market this year is is it Kansas City's first European style outdoor market is what I
Yeah,
heard.
that's what we were marketing it as. So we are outside of Union Station this year. Last year we were in the years before we've been inside the Grand Hall. But due to COVID, we decided to try an outdoor. It was I was calling it a Chris Kindle market at first, but I veered off of that right now since COVID. We can't do all we wanted. So we're calling it just a European inspired because we are outdoors. And next year, you wait, it'll be amazing, off the charts. But this year, it still is amazing. It's just we don't have all the like carolers and the things where germs shoot out of your mouth.
Yeah, for sure.
This year, but next year we will. So it is amazing though. It is totally, we got our plan approved by the health department. We have 45 vendors each weekend. They switch in and out. Some stay new. There's always going to be half of them new each weekend of the 4 weekends. And we have food trucks. And this weekend we're going to have a bar. Last weekend we hadn't gotten those new regulations came out so fast. They came out 5 days before we launched. So we did not have time to get the bar things situated because, as you know, they said like you have to be sitting down, blah, blah, blah. but we have that all figured out and we have a plan in place now, so we can have mulled wine this weekend.
Cool.
And we also have a really fun photo booth that Party City is doing each weekend, and they've changed it up a little bit. So you can take a photo in that. Masks are required, ticketed entry. We're only allowing a certain amount of people in each hour. And it's really beautiful and fun. And the tents are social distance too. So we had it last weekend, and honestly, I felt completely 100% safe. Everyone is very spread out. It doesn't seem crowded. If you've ever been before, you will know how crowded it gets. Some people even like remarked on my Facebook page, and were like, how are they going to do this? It was insane last year. There were so many people, but we're only allowing 150 guests in at once. So it is and it's like a football field size. So if you can imagine,
Yeah.
there's lots of room. You don't feel like you're getting smushed or near anyone. You're definitely not 6 feet, from people. I mean, you are 6 feet.
Yeah. So how can people get tickets?
They can just go to our website, which is thestrawberryswing.com. There's a the in front, whatever, in front of Strawberry Swing, and it says right there. And we also did something really cool where if you still don't feel comfortable being around 150 other people, you can do a VIP pass. It might be sold out for this weekend. I haven't been able to look today because I've literally been driving around getting more tents. And we have a 50-person only VIP hour between 9 and 10, and that comes with a gift and a bag. It's a little more expensive. So if you're like, over the age of 65 or whatever the CDC guidelines are that you should have, how they have like a pre-shopping at some of the stores. It's just like that.
That's awesome.
Or immune compromised. And then if you really don't want to come in public because you cannot, we also have an online website where you'll be able to shop more than just who's at our market. We have more than 300 local makers on shoplocalkc.com. shoplocalkc.com. So that's another place if you wanted to support these local artists, but you don't want to leave your house. Totally understand. You can just go there.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
It's so important. I mean,
some
of our makers, they make so much money at our events. And so it's like their way to pay their mortgage and their way to pay rent. And I know all the other big fairs canceled, but I had to figure out a way to support the makers because I knew that this was really needed, not just for, my business, but for all of their businesses that depend on my business. So we normally have 4 big events a year and then pop-ups. And so what I did during August to October was I pivoted to these small little markets, and they were where we had our first swing, that Alexander Major's barn, and we only had 20 vendors. Normally we have, I think I normally have 140 at that space, but we only did 20, and we did it every Saturday, and it was awesome. We required masks, and the vendors made money, and they were able to support their families and still do their art, and everyone was happy. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it kind of is. Like, people were like, this is the shining light. I mean, being able to be around a community outside wearing masks and support people was really magical. So we're doing it again.
That's awesome. Yeah, especially around Christmas. That's one of the times that small businesses make a lot of their money is the holidays.
Exactly. So. Especially with the art, I mean, we call it, so my friend Carly, who's a watercolor artist, we have a business together where we teach artists and makers how to do well at craft shows or online. We call it OND, October, November, December. Those are the 3 busiest months for us makers, and the OND is here, and it's go time. So we really need to support our artists, especially during COVID, when restaurants and stores are closing. Like, it's all we can do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I believe we're at the part where you can talk about some of your vendors and show us some exciting things.
Yeah.
So Katie, I actually brought some stuff to show us. So kind of like show and tell.
I have show and tell. So normally, I kind of forgot about something. Normally I go on the news, like in the studio, and show off products. And so each fair, I ask vendors to send me something to raffle off because I normally do a raffle too. I kind of forgot that with COVID, I'm not going into stations, and I'm probably not going to do a raffle because I don't want to take cash.
Yeah.
But I got all their items. So I'm going to end up doing giveaways online. So follow us on Instagram and Facebook. But I have a lot of stuff. I'm also wearing a pair of earrings. This is Crown and Heart. You can't really tell because of the glare, but They're rainbows with gold.
Oh,
And
cool.
then, and I also have a fake background. You'll all be able to tell once things start going in and out. These are mittens.
I
These
love
are
them.
amazing mittens. They say oh my gosh, my cat jumped on my back. They say I'm freaking cold, and you can't tell that the cat's on my back because of my fake background. No, but he's on my hair. Inside, this is Sully Softies. These are the warmest. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's so thick.
She takes sweaters that are gonna go in the dump, like from thrift stores, and then she turns them in to these mittens, and then she does wool. I can't remember the word right now, but this is called something what she does here, and then lines them with fleece and turns them into wonderful warm mittens.
Those look so
Like, I wish you could see the cat on my back, but you
I
can't.
see a little,
There he
yeah,
is.
a little bit.
Oh my gosh, he literally is on my back. Okay, this is a vendor called Verdant Oils, and they make these incredible oils like that you can put on your body or in your home. And like I have lavender. This is a kit, so you could give it as a gift. There's peppermint, lavender, and lemon in this kit, and there's sorry, that's the side that's bad. They come really beautifully boxed and they smell delightful. What else do I have in this little bag? Oh, I know what I want to show you. I have a painting. This is an artist called Stephen Dragon. Can you see it? Oh, I disappeared totally. Oh, it's not going to work with my fake background.
Not quite.
Oh, it's not going to work. Dang it. Well, it's beautiful. I'll post it in the comments
Perfect.
after. And then we have tons of really neat jewelry artists. We have candles. Let's see what I pull out of here. Ooh, a mug.
Yes.
This is Archival Designs. They will be there. They're also a sponsor of the swing. They're amazing ceramicists, and they're a couple. They're married, Jake and Julie, and they both. So I got to figure out who's signature because they both are J Bond. Either Julie or Jake made this, and it has a little thumb rest, which I really like.
I love that.
Oh, you want me to show the mask chains we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Okay, so I was showing earlier that I have a mask on a chain around my neck. And so some of our makers have really become ingenious with this whole pandemic. And these have become, like, I wear them every day, and I have different ones. This is by Annie Austin. This one is pearls with gold. And so it's a necklace clasp here. And so you just put your mask into the necklace clasp and then around your neck. It's like a necklace, and you never lose it. You don't have to set it on a table if you were to go to a restaurant, which I know they all need support. Just make sure you keep your mask on and when you're not eating. And then these, she's very sweetly put the plastic things that you put on eyeglass holders so that when we don't have to wear masks, you can still use your little mask chain as a glasses holder.
Love it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have more than 40 vendors. I even have more stuff, but we have toffee. Oh my gosh, we had toffee last weekend. It was incredible. I might have eaten a whole bag of this toffee to myself before I even got home.
Nice.
I'll tell you a couple more. We're gonna have Detour Goods. He makes wooden toys. He makes these dinosaurs. I wish I had one in my hands. I do have one here, but their legs and their arms and their tails and their heads are magnetic. So when the kids play, they can pull their legs off and switch them around. And he's a woodworker, so he makes them in his basement. We have Ember's Candle Bar that will be doing candles. We have t-shirts. We have Makes Me Smile. She makes purses. She's amazing. We have Seasoned Chevron that makes beautiful earrings. The Modest Mallow, he makes marshmallows. I'm looking around to see what else I have around here. He makes marshmallows that are divine, like peanut butter flavor, cinnamon flavor, vanilla flavored, and they're like square. Normally marshmallows are like a tube. Yeah. These ones are like big puffy squares of just deliciousness.
Yum.
I know, it's so fun. It really is fun. You can find something for everyone. I got a wreath made by Little Fury last weekend that she took yarn and kind of like tied it around the wire. And so it's like a yarn wreath, so it won't ever die. And she used lots of different colors. I'm trying to think I bought a scarf. I bought a scarf because it was really cold Sunday. We have some crochet artists. We had some people sell out. So on Sunday, they were furiously making, our friend Crochet City, she makes baby baby Yodas from
Oh, I
Mandalorian.
saw that.
Did you see I like was
Yes.
filming her.
She was
She was
making them at the table.
Yes, she was making them because she sold out. And so she's ingenious. So she took our craft show CEO course. She's awesome. I've watched her grow so much in the last year. But she had this great piece of paper that she printed between Saturday and Sunday that said, I'm sorry, I'm low on stock. Use this code and you'll get whatever percentage off, and I'll do a custom order for you. So even
Cool.
if they get low on stock, the next day, there's going to be something for
Yeah,
everyone.
that's awesome.
Yeah, you have to get your tickets now because it did sell out Saturday, sold out last weekend.
Mhm.
And I haven't looked today, so hopefully I'm not like saying anything wrong. If I hope it's not, I mean, I do hope it's sold out, but I hope when I'm telling you this, it's not sold
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
When I looked last, I know the first few hours on Saturday were definitely sold out, as was VIP, but on Sunday it wasn't. And last weekend, Sunday sold out until 2 p.m. too. So, and I'll give you a special code, BOGO SSICF, which means Strawberry Swing Indie Craft Fair. BOGO, buy one, get one. SSICF will get you buy one, get one tickets if you're watching, and go get those tickets.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, it's really
Cool.
fun. I really have a fun job. I mean, it's a little stressful at times, but it's really fun.
It's probably worth it.
It is worth it. And once you're there, it really is this like magical community. Everyone's really happy, which is really nice in this time where everyone is really worried about, I mean, we're also worried about the state of the world in general. And so it's nice to be around people socially distanced and masked, and see like some happiness,
Mhm.
in
Yeah,
an outdoor fresh air environment. So it's
definitely.
been really great. And I bought garland, real garland. And so all the tents have a beautiful like 10 feet of garland along the top. And then I have lights. So it's really sweet and
That's
romantic,
cool.
and it smells good. The
I bet.
garland smells really
Yes.
good.
Love that smell.
Yeah, it's been so fun. And I just know when we don't have COVID next year, it will be even more fun because there'll be so many more things we can do and we don't have to worry about how close we can get to each other.
Yeah,
So
definitely. You don't
strange,
have to limit
especially
your,
with like the arts, we're being
yeah,
hit so hard. As you know, at the Arts Council, I mean, in performances, all of that stuff, I mean, it does keep everyone going. I mean, it is essential, even though people don't think it is essential. And so we've been hit the hardest because the powers that be don't deem us essential. So we don't get all those big federal dollars like
right.
everyone else does. So we need support of everyone. We need everyone to come out and support us.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially, it was so hard for us as artists and makers we can't file for unemployment. I mean, they told us we could last time,
Mhm.
but it became so hard to do it, and that we created a group to like figure out how can we do this. I never was able to get unemployment myself. I tried and tried over and over, but because we aren't W-2'd,
Yeah,
we're like left on our own because we're entrepreneurs, we're our own little businesses.
right. Yep. Yeah, it's tough.
It is.
Well, hopefully you guys have a big turnout this weekend. I will be there on Saturday at 11.
Yay!
So I'm
That is
super
so
excited.
wonderful. I
Um,
also heard a little rumor that I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about, but I'm going to. I heard that maybe NBC might come and shoot some beautiful images to go during the Chiefs game because
cool.
we're on Sunday Night Football.
That's exciting.
So I hope that they come and take some video at the holiday market and that we get to go on national news. That would be really fun.
That would be really cool. So
Yeah, I think so.
so you had one last weekend, you have one this weekend, and then
Hmm.
you have one
Two
next,
more weekends.
2 more weekends.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
2 more weekends. We have 4 weekends in a row. Started last weekend. I'm so excited. The vendors change up, but some remain the same. It's about half and half. And then the food trucks change up. The photo booth changes up.
Yes.
Party City has made these really fun. I mean, they're installations. They're really cool. Last weekend's had like gingerbread balloons and a gold arch, and it was really fun. So you got to come out and see that too. And we do have you take a health screening. That was part of how our plan got approved with the health department, and we're not going to send it to anyone. It's just for our records, and people will answer when they get there. They'll scan a little QR code that we've posted all over the gates, and it'll have them answer just those typical questions you answer if you go to the doctor, or something that says, have you had fever, cough, chills in the last blah blah blah, have you been exposed to anyone, are you waiting on a COVID test, and I think the other one is, have you traveled out of the country or something.
Great.
So you will do that for us, and if you answer yes to any of them, you can't come in, and we'll refund you your ticket.
Mhm. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, that was another thing. And we have really cute social distance, stay 6 feet in the line, so you're even safe in the line when
Oh,
you're
good.
waiting in line. Yeah, they're
That's
little
amazing.
ornaments that say it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for taking
You're
time out
so
of your day.
welcome.
And thank you for showing us some items from the vendors.
Yeah,
And
there's so many awesome vendors. And we will be posting. Oh, a lot of people want to know which vendors are there each week, which I totally understand. So I should probably talk about that really quick.
yeah,
If you follow us on Facebook, well, we might put them on the website too. We did that this last time. We put them on the front page of the website, but I share them on the Facebook event. So if you just look up Holiday Swing on Facebook, you should find like the holiday markets at Union Station, and we post the vendors there before. So if you want to like come each weekend and know who's going to be there, so you can make plans.
awesome. Perfect.
Cool. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
And for
thank
all you do
you.
for the arts. I mean,
Yes.
like I said, we need the artists. We got to keep us going. So
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for everything that you do for artists and small businesses as well.
you are so welcome. Oh, I do have a nonprofit too, if I can bring it
Yes.
up really quick. That's
Ah,
an art nonprofit called Truce Market Collective. Since yesterday was Giving Tuesday, we are the ones we were partnered with the Urban League, and we created the 6 Black Lives Matters murals on the streets around Kansas City. And we have commemorative posters signed by all the artists. If you are interested in that, trucemarketcollective.org for Giving Tuesday. It will go to both the Black artists that designed all those murals, and a little bit will go to our nonprofit. So just wanted to plug that a little.
awesome. That's great.
Yay.
Very cool. Well, thank
Well,
you
thanks.
so much. And with that, we will sign off.
Yay. See you Saturday.
All right, we'll see ya. All right.